Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is the first hour of Good Morning Zimbabwe on ZBCTV. Now, as you know, March is International Women's Month, and we have been celebrating women in Zimbabwe across sectors, in sport, in music, in theater, you name it. But we also want to be able, during this month, to see what is happening with women from across the borders, find out what they are accomplishing, what we can learn from them. And in studio this morning, we are excited to have a phenomenal woman, if I should say so. Her name is Patricia Nkwani. Now, Patricia is an international transformational speaker. She is a life coach, and her speaking includes personal and organizational transformation. And I think this is something that is critical for women as we endeavor to empower ourselves in this season. So we're excited to have Patricia in the studio. Patricia, good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about transformational speaking. What does that entail?
Transformational speaking is literally another version of motivational speaking. But the difference between motivational speaking and transformational speaking is motivational speaking is about just choking you to action, like, okay, you can do this, you can run this race, and then I'll leave you to it. And then basically you're going to run it the first day I saw you, and then after that you run out of steam. But with transformational speaking, it's where I literally hold you by the hand and we get to walk the talk together.
Okay. Yeah. And just as a woman, you know, there are a number of career choices. What made you decide this is what I want to do? I want to impact people's lives in this way.
Basically, if I can say first, I've majored into computer sciences.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after computer sciences, I worked into finance. But literally none of those communicated to me because I've always been a talker. So you take me into finance, basically most of the time I'm just talking. And I thought about it. I thought I needed something that connects me with people, something that leaves an impact on my world. That's how I ended up into transformational speaking.
All right, and I understand your work is with both men and women, but how have you seen the impact, particularly on women, as we're talking about Women's Month? And what have the results been that you have seen when you speak into people and you hold their hands, as you say?
I started a program in 2018 that is called Women with Scars. Women with Scars is basically about healing women, and this is basically the program that I've been all around Africa with. On the 3rd of January, I was in Bulawayo doing Women with Scars, and with Women with Scars, we are about healing a woman, really healing the past, the hurts of a woman, and I've seen so much impact through this program. I've seen women coming out, opening out to the scars they carried, because our world has trained a woman to say you can bear it, you bend, you don't break, you carry it, but we are blasting, we are already angry people, we are bitter people. So I thought, how about come up with something that is intended to heal a woman? And we've been running with it so much that in 2018, 2019, I was nominated top 40 most influential women in West Africa, Uganda, Nigeria area. Yeah, through this program, Women with Scars, that I've been running with.
And just as a woman, it's impressive what you've just said, and talking about women with scars and being recognized at that level. How has it been breaking through those barriers where you are a woman making it in a world that has taught us that we are to sit quietly and be seen and not heard?
Yeah. I think for me, basically, getting into the motivational speaking industry as a woman, it wasn't a walk in a red carpet. That I should say, it wasn't easy at all. You had to, deal with men that don't believe women can make it. You had to deal with the society that don't believe you can't learn anything from a woman. But something that worked for me was I reached a level where I decided I'm not going to ask the world to give me a permission to become, but I'm just going to break the boundaries and become either way. So in me breaking the boundaries, that meant I had to do what a man does. I had to do double that to become the woman I can be and to be visible to another fellow woman. Because surprisingly enough, a woman would rather listen to a man motivating them than another woman. But I had to deal with it. I had to break the boundaries. I had to become either way.
Excellent. And just before we close, you're a motivational speaker. I won't let you go without asking you to speak to a woman who is watching this morning. And you know, the burdens of women are universal. We are mothers, we are sisters, we are aunts, we are breadwinners. We are everything in one person. And as we start this Monday morning, somebody out there is probably sitting and saying, gosh, this is another week. What do you have to say just to motivate a woman out there today?
Awesome. Okay. What I can say is, in me finding my step in the world and finding my feet in the world, it started with me finding my quest, living my quest, and outliving my quest for that matter. Because basically, like